Sorry about the sound of the lawnmower outside. Cobra Kai never dies. I am no sensei, but I do have two international black belts. Cobra Kai never dies. Yeah, I was kind of offended by this guy on one of the Cobra Kai groups because he calls himself John Kreese, so he's not even using his real name. Um, and then he says, "You couldn't possibly be a sensei." I never proclaimed to be a sensei. Some of the people that I've taught some stuff, yeah, they tried to call me sensei and everything else, but you can ask any one of them. When they call me sensei, I give them this funny look and I say, "I'm not your sensei. I'm more like a tutor." And most of the people that have come to me and trained with me, they had previous training a little bit, or they were just really good scrappers, and I just enhanced what they were doing. As for me, I just put my videos up to share them because it looks pretty good, but actually I do these videos for my son because I'm 53 years old, insulin dependent diabetic. One day I'm gonna die, and he can always look at these videos and maybe pick up some things that he didn't learn from me growing up, especially when it comes to the martial arts stuff. Like, he can go watch this video and say, "Oh, that's how he did that." See? But anyways, I share it with everybody else because when I watch it, it looks pretty good. I'm not the greatest. I'm not a master. I'm not a sensei. I don't own no big ass dojo. I don't have a ton of students or followers. Nobody pays me for classes. I just get together with a bunch of friends and we spar. That's it. Okay? Um, and most of my friends that I spar with are half my age. So they should already be at peak performance. You know what I mean? Anyway, it just bothers me that people sit there and say stuff like that. You couldn't possibly be a sensei when you're faking more than I am. At least I'm being real with everybody, and I tell them, "Hey, man, I do have two international black belts, but I am no sensei. I'm no Shidoshi master, Sabunim, teacher, Soki, uh, any of that stuff. I'm not gonna proclaim all that stuff. I'm not a McDojo or a fake dojo kind of guy. I'm just an old guy who became disabled in 2005. I couldn't move my shoulder for 3 years. I couldn't even move my arm, lift it or anything for 3 whole years. Made a great cup holder. Now I'm lifting my arm up. However, still, you can see that. So, still, as you can see, my left arm has a fucked up reach. It doesn't reach up like it's supposed to do. And if I straighten my arm out, like this one is, it goes all the way out here. And I can't straighten that out. I'm missing the back. Well, I'm not really missing. It's still inside my, in here. But my whole back half of my collarbone's been shattered. I ripped all the muscles in my rotor cuff, dislocated my shoulder, and herniated two discs in my neck. And that's how I became disabled for 3 years. I couldn't move my arm. Now I can move my arm. Went through 9 years of physical therapy, and I hate explaining myself. I'd rather just do my videos and work out. But I hate it when people sit there and call me like I'm some kind of fake master and say, "Oh, you're some fake master. You're proclaiming that you're all of this and that in a bag of chips, and you're sensei, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, no, basically I'm just training and sharing these videos with my son, and they look good, so I decided to share them with everybody else. As for sharing them with Cobra Kai and stuff, I'm a fan of Cobra Kai. Look at me, okay? 30 years ago, I was the Karate Kid. I looked just like him. I even wore a bandana and everything. The only difference was I actually knew karate back then. Okay? Not a sensei, but I knew karate back then. I didn't get my black belts until 1992. And then I lived a normal life. Well, except for with my diabetes, life was a lot rougher. And, well, now I'm here, But anyways, 9 years of physical therapy. In the last 7 or 8 years, I've been retraining myself. Taught my arm how to work again and everything else. I'm still having problems though, especially like lifting. I can't lift like more than 3 pounds up over my head. But this way, I can do 96 pounds with this arm. This arm I can do 100. 96 with this. I don't know why I can't take the other 4 pounds, but yeah, curling. Still can't bench press. Have difficulty doing push-ups. So, tired of explaining myself all the time. I don't know why I have to explain myself. A friend of mine one time, way back when I was like 20 years old, he said to me, the truth does not need to be defended. But when you got a bunch of liars telling rumors about you, everybody listens to the liars and they don't listen to the truth. The truth is, I'm just an old guy training and sharing my videos for my son, because one day I'm going to pass on, and maybe he might want to look back on that and sharpen up some of his training, especially since he's probably going to inherit all of my equipment. So I just thought I'd get that out there. That's like 7 minutes of me babbling. My one friend at Eagle Fang Karate, Eagle Fang Fitness, he'll probably like this video because I'm actually doing a lot of talking instead of actually working out. And maybe some of the message is pretty positive for other people. But yeah, I'm just doing my thing, and it looks, and as I watch my videos, I see my improvement. Like I was mentioning, I didn't start practicing. I spent a good 7 years only working on handwork, using my fists and blocking, and just keeping my legs standard and not even kicking hardly at all, unless it was just like a low kick or a sweeping type kick. You know what I mean? So when Fred started coming around about 3.5 to 4 years ago, my high side kick was here, right at the knee, where the groin area, maybe get into the stomach. Now my high side kick is here, and it's all due to my training and my videoing it and sharing it with you. So, see, left leg and right. So, yeah, not a sensei, not a master. If I proclaim to be a master at all, I would say I'm a master of myself, because I don't need somebody to tell me to try to do the workout. I get up off my lazy ass and I do the workout. And I don't stop training until I feel pain. And I'm not talking about bruises on my face, I'm talking about my arms hurt, my legs hurt, my back hurts. And of course, now that I'm 53, the workout is a lot less before I'm there. So, yeah. I don't believe that somebody can call themselves a master anyways. That's why I allowed the people that I was training to call me sensei, even though I'd look at them and tell them I'm not really a sensei, I'm more like a tutor. Only an actual master can call you a master. And, well, masters are busy teaching in schools, so they don't want to mess with me. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to, not unless I got change. You know what I mean? Because everything costs nowadays. No master's going to talk to you and say you're going to be a master. Well, unless you're going to shell out $4, $5, $6, $7, $8,000 in classes, uniforms, equipment, and all that other stuff. It's just the way the world works. But that's also the reason why I only earned 2 black belts in 2 different styles, Taekwondo, Hapkido. Because I couldn't afford it after a while. 1992, I was still young. I was still trying to find somebody to marry and start a family and everything else. Started 2 separate families, kind of, but never got married. Now I'm with my 5th fiance. She loves me. She treats me good. The bottom line, everything costs nowadays. So not everybody can afford to go to karate school to get the proper training. And then there's a lot of fake schools out there. I've especially been seeing it on YouTube. The McSchool, and then the McDojo, or the McDojo, and then the real dojo. The McDojo, the real dojo. And it's showing how fake they are. And actually the only thing that I saw that was fake is, for some reason, those people don't seem to be coordinated. They don't have enough power in their strikes. They're not focused enough. Very sloppy technique. And when you're learning in an actual real dojo, they will teach you the proper form. And he says, do this so block or whatever. He expects you to go right into the stance that you're supposed to be in. And then, if he's a real master, he'll come up to you as you're holding that position, whatever the block was. It could be this block, it could be this block, it could be high block, it could be middle block, or any block. The master is going to come up and he's going to line your fist up where it's supposed to be. And he's going to look at you, and he's going to go, whoa. I don't know if you're doing good. They focus a lot on perfection of the movement, which is very good. But when you get out in the real world, sometimes all that doesn't work. Sometimes you gotta get sloppy and throwing it everywhere. Sometimes you gotta throw up a heat, get blue tie or something. So I appreciate all the traditionalism I had in martial arts school, but I couldn't afford to keep going. I still had the love for the martial arts, so what you gotta do? You gotta push yourself to keep going. And when I became disabled, they told me I would never do martial arts again. So I've proven them wrong on that, but they are right. My mind will never be the same again. Anyway, talk too much. I wanted to do some kicks on this, just to show. Yeah, I'm getting them up there. wish I had more room in my living room. Okay, I think I talked enough crap. Yeah, 15 minutes. This is just to address that giant priest guy, actually, mostly. Um, because, hey man, you're coming on here with a fake name. And then when I checked on his thing, it said he had no posts to show, just some snide comments at a couple other people that posted up stuff. So it's like, okay, you're basically a fake and a heckler. Me, at least, I'm real. I'm not a sensei. I'm not a teacher. I mean, kind of a tutor is kind of like a teacher, but I'm more like a tutor. People come, friends, they want to spar or whatever, test their fighting technique against me, maybe learn a few moves from me. That's what we do. And sometimes we do it with kendo swords or harness sticks or foam nunchaku. And we wear protective equipment, you know, because somebody could really get hurt. Have a nice day.